A series of devastating collisions on Northern Ontario's primary transportation corridors, Highway 11 and Highway 16, has once again brought the region's road safety record into sharp focus. As of March 16, 2026, a major incident near Nipigon has left the Trans-Canada Highway closed in both directions, marking the latest in a string of fatal accidents that have claimed multiple lives since the beginning of the year. Early Monday morning, the Ontario Provincial Police, OPP, responded to a severe multi-vehicle collision on the shared stretch of Highway 11/17 between Pass Lake Road and the township of Nipigon. While details regarding the number of casualties remain unconfirmed, the impact was significant enough to necessitate a total closure of the highway for several hours. Emergency crews, including specialized forensic reconstruction units, were dispatched to the scene. Our priority is the safety of the victims and the preservation of evidence to determine the cause of this tragedy, an OPP spokesperson stated. We understand the frustration caused by highway closures, but the severity of this scene requires a meticulous investigation. Motorists traveling between Thunder Bay and Sault Ste. Marie or Hearst have been advised to monitor Ontario 511 for updates, as detour options in the rugged terrain of Northern Ontario remain extremely limited. The March 16th incident follows a grim month for Northern Ontario drivers. The region has witnessed an alarming spike in fatal crashes, particularly involving commercial transport trucks and passenger vehicles. On February 5, 2026, two young women, aged 23 and 28, were tragically killed in a head-on collision on Highway 11/17 between Highway 130 and Highway 588. The victims were pronounced dead at the scene, while two others were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. February 1, 2026, a horrific crash on Highway 11 involving a transport truck and an SUV resulted in 3 fatalities. This incident sparked renewed outrage over the lack of divided lanes in high-traffic zones. Late January 2026, heavy snowfall and whiteout conditions led to a chain reaction pileup near Kenora on Highway 17, involving over a dozen commercial vehicles, shutting down the Trans-Canada for nearly 24 hours. The frequency of these accidents has moved beyond statistics into a full-blown public safety crisis. In response, local residents have taken matters into their own hands. A Sudbury-based advocate recently launched Northern Road Watch, a community-driven digital platform that tracks accidents and road conditions in real time. The platform serves as both a warning system for drivers and a database for advocates to prove that Northern Ontario highways are disproportionately dangerous compared to the 400 series highways in the south. Every time the highway closes, it's a sign that someone might not be going home to their family, says the site's founder. We need more than just salt and plows. We need structural change. The Federation of Northern Ontario Municipalities, FONOM, and various northern mayors have intensified their lobbying efforts toward the Ministry of Transportation, MTO. The primary demand is the implementation of 2+1 highway models, 3-lane sections with a center passing lane that alternates direction, separated by a median barrier. Meanwhile, a multi-vehicle crash involving a jackknifed transport truck that blocked the westbound express lanes of Highway 401 in North York early Sunday morning has now been cleared. Earlier in the day, Ontario Provincial Police told CP24 the collision happened at about 7:45 a.m. on the westbound express lanes of Highway 401, just west of Highway 404. Police say 3 vehicles and a transport truck were involved in the crash. As a result of the collision, the transport truck jackknifed and ended up blocking the express lanes in the area. CP24's traffic cameras earlier showed the tractor trailer stretched across the lanes, preventing vehicles from getting through while crews responded. In an update posted to social media at 10:14 a.m., OPP said the westbound express lanes on Highway 401 have now fully reopened following the investigation and cleanup. Police say no injuries were reported. The crash came as weather experts warned of hazardous driving conditions across the city. The OPP right now here in West Region across southwestern Ontario are responding to multiple collisions in various communities and our local highways. Sandchuk says Friday's snowy weather led to slippery road conditions, and he reminded drivers to drive according to the weather conditions. The roadways are snow-covered, and in certain cases ice-covered. They're slick and slippery, so we need people to slow down, leave enough time, room and distance between you and other vehicles, turn your entire headlighting system on, and please reduce your speed, he said. Earlier in the day, OPP Sergeant Kerry Schmidt posted a video to X from Highway 401 and said, "Mother Nature's not done with us yet." He said snow was impacting driving across the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area, resulting in a number of collisions. Environment and climate change. Canada issued a special weather statement for a large swath of southern Ontario from Windsor up to Tobermory and across Toronto to south of Ottawa for heavy snow. A wind warning was also in effect for parts of the same area. Some areas were expecting up to 15 centimeters of snow and winds up to 110 kilometers per hour. The weather statement warned heavy snow and blowing snow could lead to low visibility. A winter storm warning was in effect for the area including Grand Bend, Exeter, Stratford, Wingham, Lucknow, and Port Elgin. Meanwhile, the winter storm that hit Sudbury on Sunday and Monday was one of the biggest here in years. Winter storm warning now lifted. It was the kind of winter storm that had everything. Lots of snow, strong winds, freezing rain, ice pellets, a snow squall warning, even thunder and lightning. It was also the kind of storm that Sudburyans had not seen for a while. We got clobbered last night in Sudbury, Ontario, by a vicious winter storm that dumped 15 inches of snow and a couple more inches of freezing rain and ice pellets on the city, Jeff Wilkinson noted on Facebook. I watched the storm from inside the Finlandia Village nursing home's front door and couldn't believe how nasty it was outside. The city of Sudbury is pretty much shut down today, Keith Zwicker posted. I do not think I have seen a snowstorm like this since I was a kid. Probably spent the day shoveling. My neighbor's roof is absolutely insane. I do not think we will be leaving the house anytime soon. LOL. Now there is too much snow for the snow machine. In my 33 years, said another poster, I have never seen this much snow at once. This will go down in history. There is still more coming. Northern Torm. Hard to believe spring solstice is in 4 days. Completely buried in Wanup, one resident wrote on the Ontario Storm Report's Facebook group. I had to cut the screen out of the door to get out. Jason Croft of the Good Manners Real Estate Group took comfort in how many Sudburyans reacted to what some called a snowmageddon. The snow in my yard is up to my deck, about 4 feet. I was out shoveling 4 times last night just to try to keep up, said Croft, who, like a lot of Sudburyans, posted photos of the snow piled high at his home. Sudbury storms have a way of reminding us what true community looks like. It's been incredible to see neighbors helping neighbors, shoveling each other's driveways, bringing their snowblowers over to help, pushing cars that are stuck in the street, checking in on one another, and lending a hand wherever it's needed. Moments like this remind me why Sudbury is such a great place to call home. It's a community where people genuinely look out for each other. Another poster said a pair of Greater Sudbury paramedics could not reach the call, so a good Samaritan drove them. Meanwhile, a health worker in Copper Cliff posted on Facebook that, if anyone in Copper Cliff needs medical help, post here. No ambulance will get through. Might be by snowshoe, but I'll get there somehow, she said. If any other emergency workers can help in the event that someone needs it, can you mention below if you're willing? The response was positive. More than 50 residents of the area offered suggestions about the location of AEDs, which spilled into a conversation about the state of the roads and access for emergency vehicles. As some noted, 911 should be the first call in any emergency. One person also noted that an ambulance came early this morning to a house on Market Street. The plow opened the road followed by the ambulance. So, if it is an emergency, I think they can get to you. In the Capriole Community Facebook group, the neighborhood rallied around an elderly individual who needed to get to a medical appointment. Huge ask. I have an 84-year-old neighbor who needs to get to dialysis today. Any chance someone can come and plow? Currently, a group of us are shoveling, but it's not cutting it, one woman asked. Along Countryside Drive, neighbors pitched in for a snow removal party, helping each other out to clear their driveways and walkways. In terms of snowfall amounts, Sudbury seems to have come close to setting a record, but a precise figure is not available. Stephen Flisfeeder, a meteorologist with Environment Canada, said an accumulation of 31.2 centimeters was measured at the Sudbury airport between noon Sunday and 2 a.m. on Monday. They did have more snow following, but because of all the blowing snow that was associated, they had a hard time giving numbers, he said. So that 31.2 is all we have recorded, but it is almost certainly more. He said it was entirely possible that close to 50 centimeters fell by the time all was said and done, but without any other data points, we can't confirm. The most snow on record for a single day in March in Sudbury is 38.8 centimeters measured on March 10, 1992, said Flisfeeder, while the highest two-day total for any month comes from that same event, when 47.8 centimeters fell over March 9th to 10th. Some more snow was expected Monday evening, so it's possible this latest dump over 2 days will be unprecedented. We may never know for certain, said Flisfeeder, given the difficulty of capturing all of the snow that fell overnight between Sunday and Monday. But it's definitely within a ballpark of record-breaking. The intense storm affected most aspects of daily life in Sudbury. Many businesses, schools, and services stayed closed or delayed their openings. Health Sciences North remained open, but canceled all outpatient appointments and clinics, as well as elective and non-urgent surgeries planned for March 16th. They are being rescheduled: libraries, pools, garbage collection, and transit. The airport suspended flights in and out of Greater Sudbury, while crews work to restore safe operating conditions. Suzette Lepage, coordinator of airport development, said in an email. As a result, several scheduled flights to and from YSB are being canceled. Lepage said operations staff are working continuously to address the significant snow and ice accumulation while monitoring weather conditions. She said passengers should contact their airline directly for the latest information before making their way to the airport. Safety remains our top priority, Lepage added. The Go Give project, which works with the city's homeless, remained closed on Monday. However, the warming space at Energy Court is open and welcoming those who need to get out of the cold. Due to the severity of the weather expected in Greater Sudbury, our main office will be closed on Monday to ensure the safety of our staff and community, the organization announced on social media. Our warming center at 24 Energy Court will remain open 24 hours to ensure anyone needing warmth and a safe place has somewhere to go. The organization is also seeking donations of basic provisions, including coffee, tea, sugar and whitener, snacks and ready-to-eat food, juice and bottled water, hand and foot warmers, and new socks and blankets. If you are able, we could really use community support right now, they said. Increased demand during extreme weather means supplies move quickly. Donations can be dropped off at 24 Energy Court when it is safe to travel. Canada Post issued on Monday a red delivery service alert for Sudbury, North Bay, and Sault Ste. Marie due to freezing rain and severe winter conditions. The safety of its employees is the #1 priority, Canada Post said in a release. A red service alert means that we are suspending delivery for the day and not sending our delivery agents out or recalling them. This includes mail collection. Delivery will resume once conditions improve and it's safe to do so, the release said. The service alerts will be posted to Canada Post's Delivery Service Alerts webpage, which lists all active and archived alerts and updates. The service alerts can also be found on our social media platforms. The storm, which also hit North Bay, Timmins, and Sault Ste. Marie, played havoc with highways in the northeast. Highway 69 between Sudbury and Parry Sound was still impassable Monday afternoon, according to an update from the Northeast OPP, as was Highway 144 north of Chelmsford. Highway 17 was reopened to traffic between North Bay and Blind River, but beyond Blind River, it remained closed. Highway 6 was passable between Espanola and Little Current. Police urged motorists to avoid travel unless absolutely necessary and visit 511on.ca for updates. Stay home was also the simple and direct message from Greater Sudbury Police. Due to extreme conditions, major roadways, including Municipal Road 80, Municipal Road 35, Municipal Road 55, as well as all side streets, may not be maintained at this time, except for emergency service needs, police said in a release. We are asking all residents to remain at home and stay off the roadways until further notice. Municipal crews continue to work diligently to reduce the impact of this weather event on our community. Also, remember that 911 is for emergencies only. It should not be used to request information about weather or road conditions. Greater Sudbury Police spokesperson Caitlin Dunn said city police were dispatched to at least 3 collisions Sunday, while at least 17 incidents of abandoned or stuck vehicles were recorded since 3:30 p.m. Sunday. This would not capture the entirety of vehicle incidents, however, as many would have been referred to the Collision Reporting Center.